The round 3, Li, Chao B. Liu, Yan round 3 witnesses a strategic Petrov's defense French attack as Li faces Liu. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Knight f6. Knight takes e5. On d6. Threatening. On takes e5. On c3. Bishop e6 and establish a winning position. Let's analyze the main game. Knight f3 played by Li. Knight takes e4. On d3 entered in Russian game French attack. Threatening. On takes e4. Bishop e7. Knight c3 and seize the initiative. Let's analyze the main game. Knight f6 played by Liu. On d4. On g6. Bishop b5 check. On c6. Threatening. On takes b5. King castled kingside. Bishop g7 and take decisive advantage. Let's explore the main line. Queen e2 check played by Li. Queen e7. Queen takes e7 check. Bishop takes e7. Bishop d3. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. Rook e8. Rook e1. Bishop f8. Rook takes e8. Knight takes e8. Bishop f4. Knight d7. On c4. Knight b6. Knight c3. Bishop g4. Knight d2. Bishop g7. Bishop e3. On d5. On c5. Threatening. On takes b6. On takes b6. On h3 and dominate the board. Let's analyze the main game. Knight d7 played by Liu. On b4. On a5. Threatening. On takes b4. Knight takes d5. On takes d5. Rook b1. Knight b8 and establish a winning position. Let's explore the main variation. Rook b1 played by Li. On takes b4. Rook takes b4. Rook a7. Knight b3. Knight c7. On f3. Threatening. On takes g4. Knight e6. Rook a4 and gain a significant edge. Let's go to the main variation. Bishop e6 played by Liu. Rook a4. Threatening. Rook takes a7. Knight e8. Rook takes b7. Bishop f6. Rook a7 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Let's analyze the main game. Rook takes a4 played by Liu. Knight takes a4. Bishop f5. Threatening. Bishop takes d3. Knight b6. Knight f8 and establish a winning position. Let's proceed to the main game. Bishop takes f5 played by Li. On takes f5. King f1. Knight f8. King e2. Knight fe6. King d3. Knight b5. Knight b6. Bishop f6. On a4. Threatening. On takes b5. On takes b5. Knight takes d5. Bishop d8. Knight b4 and take decisive advantage. Let's explore the main variation. Knight bc7 played by Liu. Knight c8. Knight e8. Knight a5. Threatening. Knight takes b7. King f8. Knight a7 and seize the initiative. Let's analyze the main line. Knight d8 played by Liu. On g3. King g7. Bishop f4. Knight e6. Knight takes b7. Bishop takes d4. On a5. Bishop takes c5. Knight takes c5. Knight takes c5 check. King c3. King f6. Knight a7. King e6. Threatening. King d7. Bishop e3. Knight e6. Bishop b6. Knight d6. On g4, and dominate the board. Let's analyze the main game. Knight takes c6 played by Li. Knight a6. Knight d4 check. Pause the video and find the best move. King d7, a powerful reply. Knight takes f5. Knight c5. King b4, and establish a winning position. Let's proceed to the main line. King f6 played by Liu. Knight b5. King e6. King d4. On h5. On h4. On f6. King c3. King d7. Knight d4. Knight g7. Bishop h6. Threatening. Bishop takes g7. On f4. On takes f4. King e7. On f5, and secure a stronghold in the game. Let's go to the main game. Knight e6 played by Liu. Knight takes f5. Knight ec7. Bishop e3. Knight b5 check. King b3. Pause the video and find the best move. Knight bc7, top engine recommendation. Knight g7. Knight b8. Knight takes h5. On f5. Bishop f4, and gain a significant edge. Let's explore the main game. King c6 played by Liu. On g4. On takes g4. On takes g4. Knight b8. Knight d4 check, a tough loss for Liu, who resigned under pressure.